So let's start to talk about our beers and how to pour them and taste them and their characteristic. So all our beers, well, we have two types of beer today. We have our core range and we have our macro oxidization, crazy stuff. I'll go into this later. So these are 4 beers from our core range. Throughout the year we make 9 beers, and these are 4. We have Isaac, Nora, Nazionale and Leon. I'm going to talk to you about this beer individually. These beers are all unpasteurized, unfiltered, re-fermented in the bottle. And one of the characteristics of our beers, how Theo thought of them and designed them, was to have an olfactive element, which is something that you don't usually have in beers, to have a real flavor. So the tasting configuration is obvious, it's evident. You not only have the yeast, but you also have spices. The combination of the two give an olfactive and gustative characteristic that is very peculiar, and they get them to be very gastronomic, very food friendly. That's a tricky thing that is very important to know, because our beer are fantastic with food. We are Italians, we eat all the time, but we never eat without drinking, and we never drink without eating. So you know, not only wine but also beer, and we made this possible, we think. So Isaac is the name of Theo's son, so it's very special beer for him. It's our version of a wheat beer, if you want, but it has a real Mediterranean configuration. Why? Because it has orange peel from the south of Italy and also coriander seeds in it, still from Italy as well, obviously. It is 100% Italian, all the ingredients are Italians. Very delicate, very elegant. We like to pour it a bit from above because this beer doesn't have a lot of hop, and this is why it has this lovely light yellow color. In the nose it's Mediterranean, it's full of flavor, orange blossom, freshness, seaside, fish, white meat pairing, super delicate, perfect for aperitif. The yeast is lovely balanced with this little bit of hop that make the beer super pleasant. It's our best seller all over the world, and it has become a super classic. Nora, on the other hand, is a bit more tricky because Nora is the name of Isaac mum. Nora is from the Sahara Desert, Algeria, Morocco, but she grew up in the north of France. So, you know, great mix. And this beer wants to take you a bit there in the Middle East, in the Mediterranean, in the northern African countries, with spices like myrrh and the use of dates, for example, to counterbalance the astringency of myrrh. It's a super complex beer, but when you drink it, it's very easy to understand. And of course, we called it a bit the Middle Eastern Egyptian ale because it has this characteristic. You know, hop was discovered only recently. Egyptians and Romans use myrrh to stop the oxidation of the liquids. So again, we like to pour it a bit from above because we want the beer to make a little bit of foam. In the nose is unbelievable. Citrus, obviously, orange peel, ginger. It's a fantastic drink. Sommelier loves it because it's a very complex beer that when you drink it is very easy to understand. Super pleasant, an explosion of flavor. So this beer loves complex food like lamb, skewers, cheese and charcuterie platters.